Good night, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Hotspot. I'm glad to have your company on another wonderful Thursday evening. As usual, we've got another huge show lined up for you tonight. Firstly, the Kumuls arrived back in the country after a disappointing but fruitful tournament over there at the World Cup in England, and we'll take a quick look at a press conference that was held in their honour at the Holiday Inn earlier this morning. And it's a soccer fest as we move over to Lae and we catch up a bit about the FIFA Women's Referee course that was held in Lae earlier this week. And we also have a look at champion NSL club Hekari United as they start a School of Excellence program to try to develop the younger soccer kids between the ages of 6 to 15 years old. So a lot of good stuff being done there by Hekari. And before we carry on with the show, we'll take a quick look at that press conference for the Kumuls that was held down at the Holiday Inn.
The most important thing that we must understand is that the government is fully supporting Team Kumul and PNG Rugby League as our national sport, and supporting the players, the supporters, the sponsors, and lifting up our country through the name of sport. Team Kumul has a 5-year plan. They're 8 months into it. We can't expect miracles overnight, but it's given us a good reality check of where we are and what we need to do. With that, while we've been stuffing around and messing up rugby league over the last 5 years in Papua New Guinea, the other countries are exceedingly training and developing their skills bigger and better than we have. So we're 5 years behind. So we have to catch up again and start from scratch. So for us, this is a good start. People might not think that, but it is a good start because it allows people to really see what has happened to rugby league in Papua New Guinea with all the mismanagement and self-interest that destroyed the sport. Now, when we have a proper board for PNG Rugby League moving forward with all the support of all the leagues in the country and a new management team to take Team Kumul forward, and Q Cup now as a stepping stone to work our boys on the international scene, now we're going to see something. And now what we're going to see as well is that our young Papua New Guineans that want to play rugby league have something to look forward to. Oh, I want to get into the Q Cup, or I want to be a Kumul. They have something to look forward to. Never have they had that for the last 5 years. So we've built those stepping stones in place. We've built those dreams in place. Now, as a minister and as the government, it's out of our hands now. It's now over to the experts, to PNG Rugby League, to Mal and Adrian and his team, to now get on with the job and develop rugby league over the next 5 years. It's not going to be easy. You know, we've all copped a lot of flack from this, and it's unnecessary. We have to work together as a country and as a family and a team when it comes to rugby league. Yes, we are disappointed. I was disappointed too at the PNG France game when we missed that goal and we could have won by 1 point. Of course you're disappointed. We're all heartbroken for the boys and for that game. But we learn from our mistakes, we make sure they never happen again, and we move on. And that's what we're going to do. And that's what Mel and Adrian now will have to do, and assess everything, diagnose everything, autopsy everything, and then make a new start for Team Kumul and Rugby League with improving and getting new talent and new ideas. And you know, while I was in London as well, in England, we caught up with Prince Charles and all of the rugby league fraternity from all over the world that were there, and we caught up with the chairman of the World Cup organisation team, and we've already negotiated where PNG will have their pool played here in Papua New Guinea. It's just a couple more meetings to go. The letter's been written and signed off. Imagine if we're having 2 months here in Papua New Guinea in 2017 with the World Cup here on our home turf. What a coup that would be. And we'll have all the stadiums built by then too, and they'll be all operational, so it'll be absolutely fantastic. But there's more things to come as we make more announcements. But these are just some of the positive things to look forward to, and for Team Kumul to aim for as well. Remember, every year now we still have the PMs13s. So these are also going to be testing points for Team Kumul as we go along over the next 4 years. So to Adrian and to Mal Meninga, I want to say thank you so much for all your efforts. I know you are you had broken hearts. I could see it in your faces. I could see the situation in the box while you're watching your boys play. It's not easy. All you can do is your best. All you can do is your best, and we went there to support you in a big way to ensure that at the end of the day you made our country proud in many different aspects. Even though we didn't win, it was a good learning point for us to take us to the next level. Otherwise, thank you, gentlemen.
The only way we're going to improve is our players have got to play in a structured competition every week. A better competition than Digicel Cup. Digicel Cup has been the lifeline of Papua New Guinea Rugby League. If it wasn't for the Digicel Cup, we wouldn't even have rugby league here in this country. Honestly, you've got to get that through your heads. You wouldn't have had it here. So for the time being, we need Q Cup. We need Q Cup because we need the players playing in a better competition, a stronger competition, week in, week out. Okay, to learn, to continually improve, to get better, to reach their potential, to play in better competitions, to get recognised by the best competitions in the world. That's what we need. Okay, and as I said before, in a short period of time, we've changed this game around. We've got, all of a sudden, we're in the Queensland Cup. We've got players being recognised. You know, so just be patient. We've only been going for a short period of time. So week in, week out, strong competition is the way we need to go forward for us to get any gains in the world of rugby league. It's that simple. They see a pathway through the Queensland Cup, and they see a pathway from the Queensland Cup in a National Rugby League club. And then they see an opportunity to represent their state and represent their country. But it's actually broadened the participation of the sport in Australia by having a competition such as a strong Queensland Cup and a strong National Rugby League competition. So it'll have the same effect here. You've got to have a tough weekend competition now, and that's what the Queensland Cup will provide for the players. What we'll find is that the Digicel Cup will benefit from that because more kids and more people want to play, more players want to play, because they want to get an opportunity to play in the Queensland Cup. They want an opportunity to be recognised and play, hopefully, a National Rugby League competition or the English Super League. It actually broadens your participation. Actually, more players. The game has grown in Queensland, even though we've got three National Rugby League clubs. It's the same principle, same philosophy. You'll find it takes time, but you'll find more people will play. We're going to get better experienced players and better representation because hopefully our players will be playing in the National Rugby League competition and the English Super League, which is what the best teams are doing at the moment in the World Cup. Samoa, Fiji, USA, Italy, all those, they haven't got competitions like we have. But the reason why they're successful is because all their players play in the National Rugby League or the English Super League and all the Queensland Cup. That's why they're being successful. At the moment, we've got 6. And we've got the rest as national players, all but young and all but exciting young players, but they're getting exposed now. They want, you ask the players, they want to be playing the best competitions in the world. And out of that comes material gain and all that sort of stuff, but the real reason is that they love the game of rugby league and they want to play at the highest level, they want to reach their potentials. Ask the players. Instead of just turning around and just dismissing what we say, it comes from experience. This is what happens around the world. We're in a fantastic situation here in Papua New Guinea to develop the game of rugby league. It's about the game of rugby league, nothing else. Not being selfish, we're doing it for all the right reasons. We're here doing it for the right reasons. We want to see rugby league prosper and give every kid an opportunity to participate in it. That's why we're doing it. They might be playing in that position in the Digicel Cup, doesn't mean to say that's their best position, no. I think we've got enough experience and been in the game long enough to understand, where to put players, and I think the players have played really well in those positions. And, if you want an example about positions, everyone plays out of position, no matter where you play in any competition around the world. A good example is Daly Cherry Evans all of a sudden sitting on the bench for Australia, playing in the quarterfinals. He's a halfback, but he sits on the bench. He could play lock, he could play hooker, he could play 5'8", he could play centre, he could play fullback. I think you ask any player, as long as they play in the side, what I would suggest, would be the greatest incentive for them to put on a Kumul jersey regardless of what position they play in. But it's, we're coaching the national side, and we make a decision based on what we think is best for the team, not for the individual.
I think a classic example is Wellington Albert, who's played on the wing for Leigh Snakes Tigers. We see him as a front rower, and everyone sort of frowned at that position as a front rower, back rower. And, I mean, you see him go against New Zealand in the front row; he was outstanding, and you'll get the same in Israel. Eliab in the centres over the next couple of years, you'll see him become a great centre, and you'll see Jason Tuller become a great middle player. So. Just a professional opinion. And that second half, what we showed there was we do have that within our players. And an interesting thing was Steve Kearney came up to me after the game and asked if he could take his players into our dressing room to congratulate our boys because he felt that they gave their absolute all. And we thought it was a great idea. And after the game, the whole New Zealand team came and sat down with us in our dressing room for about half an hour, and everybody talked. And there was photos with Sonny Bill Williams, and I think, as you would have seen in the paper yesterday or today, and that was what the World Cup's all about. And for our players to get that respect from them on that night meant a lot to us.
And there you have it. Adrian Lamb and Mal Meninga there, quietly confident about the next 5 years, and hopefully we can reap the rewards from the two coaches. And we go for our first break, and when we come back, we head over to Lae, where the recent FIFA referee course was held. Welcome back to the show. We now take a look at the FIFA referees course that was held in Lae, Morobe Province.
Training and improving refereeing skills continues to be a focal area for the Papua New Guinea Football Association as it aims to improve the football standard in the country. With PNGFA's vision to involve more women in refereeing, a successful FIFA referee workshop was recently held in Lae, Morobe Province.
Ramegolo side. Pull him. 1, 2, 3. Ramegolo back side.
29 female referees from member associations participated in the 6-day workshop at the PNGFA Academy. The workshop saw the women go through the different laws of the game and group activities to highlight the important parts to help reinforce the knowledge to do practical on the field. The challenge is now for these women to put into practice what they have learned when they return to their associations. The workshop was facilitated by Sandra Serafini, who is a FIFA women's referee instructor from the United States.
I think so.
According to Serafini, it was an incredible week working with the women officials with their enthusiasm and efforts.
The talents of the ladies in the course, so it's been very interesting because we have some referees who are very experienced already at the FIFA level, and some officials who are just beginning, have never raised a flag or blown a whistle. And what has been very impressive is how quickly the new ones have learned all the material and how much the experienced people have helped and have been asking very good questions, very sophisticated questions about the laws. So everyone is advancing their knowledge no matter where they start, and this is important. So this cannot be done without the enthusiasm of the women who have come here. Well, the outcome of the course, we hope, is that everyone leaves with more knowledge than they've come in with. But I think for the new ones who have come in, now they will be prepared to go referee matches. Going back to their home areas, they will be prepared to referee matches and be successful. And for those women who are very close to being on the FIFA panel or already on the FIFA panel, this will help advance their knowledge so they can experience more success on the field. It's the first step on a very long journey that they could go as far as they want in refereeing. And so I would try to leave them with to stay in touch, stay in contact, stay strong, and stay confident, and use this as the beginning of a career. Yeah, very exciting. For a first women's referee course, this is we made history here all together. And so it is an honor to be sent by FIFA to allow me to instruct for the first women's referee course in PNG. And the wonderful opportunity is that with FIFA's help and with the leadership of the PNGFA, Mr. Milang and his staff that are here, is that all the officiating and the playing and the coaching are all advancing together. And this is very exciting. Often the refereeing tends to come later, after the players and after the coaches. And what is wonderful about this, very good vision, is to include the officiating, include the refereeing as part of the development within the FA. So this is very exciting. My advice to the women, I think, is now they have come to this course and they came maybe as individuals and now they leave as a sisterhood. They leave as a team. So even if they go back to their own homes where maybe they don't have regular contact, they can find other ways to stay in contact. This is now, everyone here are their colleagues, and it's become a family and a sisterhood. So my advice to them is to take advantage of that. It's important to have support, and especially other women who are the first or the early women, it's very good to have the support and that experience. So my advice is to stay with it, keep working hard, and stay in touch with your sisters, with your new family. Involving more women in refereeing. This is where it's going. There's the game for women, women's football is developing very, very rapidly all over the world. And PNG has taken good steps to develop women's football. And as we get more teams, now we have 2 youth regional leagues for women here in PNG, and 2 more will be added, so there will always be a need for more women officials to do the women's league, and then also as they advance, to do the men's leagues as well. We are developing referees, and when you develop referees for football, male referees do women's games do men's games. This is a good start to give them the experience, but as you have more football and it gets more popular, more leagues, and more structure, you will need more referees. And so you have a talent pool among the women that is there and available. So it's so nice to see the PNGFA recognize that talented referees come both from the men that are available and from the women that are available. So it's very, very nice to see.
What did you teach them and go through them?
And congratulations to the 29 females that took part in the referees course that was facilitated by Sandra Serafini, who flew in all the way from the USA, and she was the FIFA Women's Referee Instructor. So congratulations to the women that took part in that course. It's time for another break, but on the other side we catch up with champion NSL club Hekari and we talk a little bit about their School of Excellence program. Welcome back to the show and thanks for staying tuned to Hotspot. Champion NSL club Hekari United have been busy preparing for the 2013-2014 NSL season, but in their time off they took time to prepare a School of Excellence program that caters for kids between the ages of 6 to 15 years old, and it helps them develop their soccer skills. And we now catch up with team manager Voni Capinato to tell us a little bit about that program.
Champion football club Hekari United will be looking for their 9th National Soccer League Premiership come the 2014 season when it kicks off next January. Meanwhile, Hekari is also focusing on their School of Excellence program, where children aged 6 to 15 years of age are introduced to the sport of football to develop their skills. The program is headed by Hekari trainer Jerry Sam, who is a futsal coach and a player in the Solomon Islands. According to Sam, he is impressed with the children's talents so far and is willing to work with them to help them excel further in the code. Sam is assisted by all current Hekari players with the program.
Working in with the little ones, I think the most important thing to develop them is a technique, which is a right way to control the ball, which is inside of their foot, and pass in the inside of their foot. That's the most part. Like all the professional players in the world are using it now. So I think come back to the little ones. It's you have to start from this age group in a right way to coach them is teach them how to do the right technique, which is using it inside of their foot. We start off with 5 years old to 15, but we want them to have the right idea. From there, we start off. Basically, we just give them play, and we'll see what is the technique, right? Then we give them the skill learning, which is come to that a part of their technique. So that's what we are basically we're doing. So we're helping these little ones so that they can improve in their technique, because in now football, soccer, if you don't have a good technique, then you have a problem. Well, basically for the little ones, you have to show in practical, because that's the way to move forward. I mean, that's so that they can see it, what you are talking about, and they know what to do. So basically I'm doing practice, and you know, I've showed them in practical, and we give them to do that, theory, theory to doing in practical. PNG is a similar country to Solomon, but I need a lot of things for me to learn about PNG, because I heard a lot of things, so I have to, you know, keep myself safe, and I have to follow my team manager, what she's gonna say to me, and I have to just to follow, because this is where you have to learn how to face, expect the unexpected. So, yeah.
Team manager Voni Capinato said she's looking for a player like Wira Wama, who is now playing football in the United States.
I really want to help young children that one day they can enjoy the football by starting them with a good start with the basics. And I'm not a footballer, but I would say I'm a better administrator. So with a lot of good players and in my football club, I decided to start up something like that, so that one day the young children can play better football. Well, I think so, not only for the club, but it's good for the country. Having a lot of gifted players in my team, not only that too, but playing abroad many years in O-League, doing very well abroad, and we made it to the FIFA Club World Cup. I have realized that what will be the thing for the young children after these young senior boys, then I have to think seriously what I will do to help our young children to be new players of our football club in years to come. Not only us, but I believe a lot of clubs in the country might pick some from our School of Excellence. It's good for our national league and for the national team in all divisions in the country.
And congratulations to Hekari FC there for this initiative. I think it's the first time an NSL club has taken on this prerogative. So well done to you, Hekari. Wish you all the best in your School of Excellence program. You never know, we might find another Kema Jack or a David Muta running around on the park there. So please stay tuned. We go to another break, but there's more on Hotspot. Welcome back to the show, and unfortunately it's that time where I have to say goodnight. But before I go, here's a quick look at some of the hotspots that will be happening around this weekend. Firstly, down there at Tubisere, the Lakwaharu Rugby League Nines, the grand final will be held tomorrow. And up there in Lae, the Best of Football Cup, we've got the semi-finals for the men tomorrow, and the grand final for both men and women on Saturday. So please get out there and support your teams. Should be another huge weekend of soccer out there in Lae. And of course, down at the Bisini Softball Diamonds here in Port Moresby, we've got men and women softball, both Saturday and Sunday, so get out there and support your teams. And of course, the NCDC Rugby School Challenge Cup will be held down at the Moniabava Park, so get out there and support the youngsters that will be running around there. And of course, NCDC's darts Grand Final will be held at Sports Inn. So another huge weekend of sports coming up. Whatever you're doing, please stay safe and play fair this weekend. And all the best to the teams that will be participating in finals. We'll see you all same time, same place, right here on Hotspot.